and match specific, but we were seeing some of the old school Tranquil Blink Force Staff, and for a while there it was all like BOT, drum,
BOT.
like max movement
depends
speed.
on your it depends on your position. So the BOT feels really nice to have on Batrider just because you can constantly be on map, applying pressure, cutting waves, be ready to join your team. The move speed is obviously fantastic.
It feels like a very variable hero. Where it depends so much on what your team has. Also,
they thought about it for a bit. I think they were considering the Beastmaster.
Is this going to be the DK strat? The Omni DK?
Maybe.
Just make an unkillable frontliner.
Yeah, make a beastly Dragon Knight.
How do you kill the Bristle then? Like
Silver Edge.
I don't know if you're gonna.
I think they'll have the damage. So long as if the Shaman gets the lockdown, they just hit him in the face. It's,
5 seconds.
I don't know. I feel like Chen is just going to be stacking like a billion different camps.
Probably, yeah.
And Bristle's just going to get huge.
When is it time for the Viper?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
That could be
I think we've seen it against Bristle now that Viper's been nerfed so hard, pretty much exclusively when there's something else that you get value out of the break of. You know, if it's a Bristle Spirit Breaker, so you can disable Bash, stuff like that. But just
Bristle Spectre.
Just Bristle doesn't seem to be enough.
But it
Well, you're
sounds
also
good in
laning
lane against
versus
the Ember, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that lane still a slaughter, or like is it that
Slaughter?
Like we've said, like how much do Ember's matchups really matter?
Yeah, I don't. I would be pretty scared.
I think it's more that like the other hero gets a good game.
Whoa.
Is this supposed to be like a lane thing against the Omni Knight? I guess in general, JINESBRUS they're just gonna try and give 23 Savage the like 1v5 hero.
So
right?
why this over Naga though?
Yeah,
Naga's
got
banned. That's why. Okay, sorry. My brain just had a real meltdown there. I short-circuited like a bot.
And I think this is a little
Like we
bit
said,
scary right now if you're JINESBRUS for the whole state of the best of 5 because now you've banned out the Morphle,
I think
you've banned
it's
out the
more that
Naga.
like
they apparently don't want to take the Wraith King. So like a lot of those 23 Savage heroes, if you take in Anti-Mage 4th overall, I mean, you've already got the physical damage from Jug. Now you just need some lockdown.
I'm interested that they shy away from the Wraith King. Actually, that's it's curious.
You would think that it kind of fits this game.
It seems it seems all right. Maybe the lane against Omni Knight is rough, or maybe they just don't want to pick it against the Undying, something like that. But all right.
I was gonna say, see, you were saying the Wraith King, and I was like, well, the Alk was still in, but they could have just banned it anyway.
That's
true.
That's good.
What does it matter, right?
But they've already got so they're just picking their position 4.
Yeah, looking for a support.
Yeah, MINESKI, what's the Moon hero? That's the real strat, the game winner.
Do they just go Lina again? Is that
seems dangerous against this lineup, but possible. Seeing Moon pull it off.
The AM definitely deters some of those mid picks. No Storm now.
Yeah, they don't want to play Storm probably.
I think
look, I'm still down with the Dragon Knight strat. Honestly, it's a bit boring, but I've seen Omni DK Jug. I think it was TNC that ran it in that one game, and it just looked like the easiest game that they'd ever played.
Yeah,
like they just sauntered down lanes with the healing ward, and
they have the perfect lineup for it. So much sustainability, easy siege, and the JINESBRUS draft, I worry, is a little bit greedy.
Like Dragon Knight is completely unkillable this game.
Oh, that makes his lane so nice.
So is this a 4-lock?
It's the double 5 strat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The double 5.
Warlock does, like, you can promote him a little bit. And
well, I think
this is a 2-star Warlock.
Yeah, I think the Warlock still stays with the Anti-Mage. Chen just like farms up or stacks up the triangle.
And kind of plays the Bristle, same thing as last time. And last time they had Febby on the Spear Breaker, I think, kind of camping.
Huskar.
That is sick.
God.
I like that way more.
Husky.
I like that way more.
With an Omni Knight, I definitely like it.
It's the same flavor.
Yeah.
Not as much pushing, though.
Not as much.
One thing it lacks.
But I think that this is a better idea because with the Dragon Knight, part of the reason you're taking it is for like that lockdown. So the idea is that you can catch and kill the Anti-Mage. But I feel like that's a trap. Like, just go take towers.
The bonus strength.
Like, make it happen. With KP behind you on Omni Knight, if they come out ahead in their lanes, they're just going to stomp this game.
Yeah, Huskar with status resistance.
I'm just going with the Huskar.
Yeah, hit me with that Huskar.
I still think that I like JINESBRUS' draft more, but
Really?
Well, only because of this Bristleback. I think that Forev could have a hell of a game.
He needs to get off so hard at the start of this game. Like, he needs ancient stacks, he needs to be like way in behind, and then he has to kind of carry them through that early and mid game.
Right.
And Gunner's so good on on Ember. Like,
he's really good on this hero.
Like that last game.
But
was
how
ridiculous.
bad is this matchup against Huskar? Like that was one of the ones that everybody was talking about.
Really I think it's like one of the worst.
So what if you switch it?
bad.
What if you put Bristle mid instead, and then you put Gunner on a side lane?
I think it's
probably
almost
also
as bad.
Okay.
It's almost as bad. Huskar just shits on those Pele
The problem is,
he really does. I mean, that's like his bread and butter.
The freest thing about the Huskar this game is that the two supports are really bad at ganking you, actually. Like, like Chen ganks are all about a creep running up, so the inner fire kind of puts a stop to that.
And Warlock doesn't leave his
Warlock's
box.
not ganking you at all. Yeah, stay in the box. That's a Trempax classic, right?
That is.
Stay in the box.
Stay in the box. Stay in the box, dude. That's how you play Warlock.
Well, you know what? I think you guys convinced me. The last pick seems like oftentimes what decides these games, and I don't really see an answer for Huskar, so I'm sticking with it. MINESKI.
You guys are too nice. You could have gotten some action off Gabe there if you had just convinced him the other way. You are way too generous. I'm the same boat.
I'm a sucker for it.
I think MINESKI had this.
1.5. That look about right.
2.3.
Boss.
1.5.
Give it to him.
Yeah.
I think
I'd take 1.5 on MINESKI. I'd put a $5 on that.
I would put JINESBRUS for 2.3.
I'd drop 50 euros.
It's real even to me. Nice.
Except for a sign-in bonus. I thought I saw that. Yeah, I see.
All right, gang. We need to get into this game.
Yeah.
Through magic. You guys get the hell out of here.
Hit the button.
Let's go.
Deuces.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now that I have commanded and conquered the mic, the sweet, soothing sounds of Zyori will carry you through game number 1 of MINESKI versus JINESBRUS.
Can I come too?
Is that Gyrocopter? Thank you very much, Paul. I appreciate it. You're a very kind gentleman, a scholar and a gentleman.
Yeah, you got your coffee. That's good.
Now, do I want to put creamer in it? I don't think so.
That's the spirit. Don't want that dairy clogging up the throat.
No. Well, I think it's non-dairy, but still.
Oh, wow. Phew. Thank goodness.
We got vegan creamers here at BTS. They went above and beyond. So, okay, Nico Baby Juggernaut, 23 Savage Anti-Mage. Now, I will say this Anti-Mage is pretty tricked out, a very showy set.
He's dancing.
He looks like a vampire.
Wow, I didn't know he had such an amazing taunt.
He looks like the main character from Castlevania.
You mean Simon Belmont?
Yes. That guy.
That guy.
Hello, Simon. I'm excited to see Huskar in game number 1. I love casting best of 5s, Trent. So many games back to back. You see the little mini meta start to develop. And of course, with so much on the line, it's made all the better. This is what it comes down to, folks. 2 teams in the southeast region left, and only one of them will go to Shanghai for the International 9.
I really like casting Huskar games.
Yes.
Because I feel like he's a fairly iconic hero in pro Dota, but you don't get to see him that often, you know? But he's always been one of these legendary, like, oh, 9th pick Huskars. You know, there were a few years where he was just, like, always thought about in every single draft, like a Broodmother.
Yeah.
But he's really, and Broodmother, they've both kind of gone by the wayside in the past 2 or 3 years.
No, he's up there. His ratio of threatening level to pick rate is kind of off the charts. Up there with Meepo, right? You're afraid of the Meepo, but you actually don't see it all that often.
And then you finally get a Huskar game, and I feel like every time it's kind of underwhelming. You think like, oh, here it is, the Huskar, it's over, and the panel does exactly what we all just did, and we're like, they can't win this game. And then you're reminded, well, maybe there's a reason why he's not in every single game.
Yep. And a lot of games, well, you know, we'll see him kind of dominate a lane, and then Gunner will go jungle, and then Moon will just kind of casually farm up his items. Probably an armlet, usually a first stop on the Huskar. Kind of curious to see what build Moon will go for. Mid lane, though, Gunner, in this first level at least, hanging in there. Did get a couple of last hits, but this is where it starts to stack up.
Down bottom, Frev is trying to do his run and play here, but as you can see, if you click him on this person's back, how much HP do you have, my good man?
320.
He's got 60, made it 20 stacks as he's now losing while he's gating here, if you know what I'm saying.
Wow.
Yeah, he disrespected the Undying here. Has the fair look how much HP it heals.
That is a pretty value Fairy Fire, I guess, but yeah, that's scary.
Oh, man, that hurts. This is the problem with Undying, though, if you don't get that kill.
Now, he's not dead, so this could be all right. Undying is out of mana now. Does have a Mango, but they're going to grab this next wave.
But it's like, if you don't get the kill in the end, and he just, like, tangos or Fairy Fires back up, he's just going to be back at full HP.
Right, that's what I mean. Ninja Boogie has to find this kill.
Yeah.
So I think this is good for Forev.
Yes.
That was what I was trying to get at, and I may have miscommunicated there. I'm sorry.
Well, we're communicating now.
Forev's
it's all good.
Rolling.
And like, suddenly you're just like, wait, is he dead? Like,
oh, no.
He's a Mango.
No.
Oh!
Now this is the turnaround.
Oh,
Forev
he's
gets
dead.
the second point in the viscous nasal goo.
Oh, that's even better.
But it's totally worth it. He gets a free trip back to the well.
Yeah. There's one wave left that March will bring, and, well, not the best situation there for an Undying.
Okay, great start for JINESBRUS.
And that's what we were looking for, right?
Look at this. March
He's
just
not
pulls
even
it
going
back
to
in.
TP, of course. How could I be so silly as to assume such a thing? Because he's a Chen.
So, Trent, opportunity costs, as always. We are good economists here, making Nahaz proud. Nico Baby is getting free farm. So that is the cost of this. 18-1, Juggernaut, top of the charts, doing better than, especially the anti-mage here in the safe lane, only 12-1.
That's a great point. He's also level 4.
Oh, yeah. Solo XP, huh? That's a whole thing.
Ninja Boogie on the Undying is dead.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you this is not the way to contest the lane-cutting bristle. And there's the tip. Forev's going to say the same thing in less words.
Oh, 23 Savage wants in on it. You know, he's not very busy. He's just waiting under the tower for the creeps anyway. How about this this mid matchup though? Gunnar currently below the Warlock in net worth because although he has 7 last hits to the Warlock's 5, he is just buying regen. This courier coming out.
That's the deceptive part here. And of course, Moon does have an XP advantage halfway through 4 already as the Ember just rolls over himself.
Hey, he's got 13 denies. That'll help.
Yeah. Oops.
And he's going to get this range creep as well. Not a lot Gunnar can do here.
Yeah. So playing the patient game, level 4. We'll see him move into the jungle before too long.
Here's
the
the play.
tornado.
There, that's something.
This is annoying. This is coming from old Chen in the jungle here. That Wild Wing's having a dance party. And could maybe be a kill on the Moon. What a
He just got it
setup.
handled.
That is not respecting the power of the Wild Wing. Let's just take a look at the damage on this, Trent. It doesn't say. How much damage does it do? It does a shitload of damage. I was about to impress you with the numbers, but I don't even know what it is.
Well, if you click the Huskar, oh, it's too late. You could have looked at his death summary, and then you got to learn.
Well,
Get Back to the Future.
Either way, the DPS on the Tornado is deceptively high. I'm hesitant to float. And how about 40 DPS? Does that sound about right?
I
60
don't know.
DPS.
I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I don't have an answer for you.
All right, well, Google it.
I like how there's just not even a number on the creep itself.
I actually thought that there was. I thought I knew at one point, but maybe I just made it up.
Well, why don't you work on observing, and I'll handle that.
Okay, you're going to look it up for me?
Yeah, I won't make you do it on your phone there.
Well, I can't tab out. I'm the observer. Mid lane.
Well, keep observing.
Moon, hey, we're catching it. Moon maybe in some trouble. Half damage already, though Raging Potato has rotated.
Radiant's
They're going to try to punish March for this. Shackles come out. Interrupted. TP on the high ground. Going to be close, and March will make it. Just enough.
All right, so the Tornado. The fire damage radius is 600, which is pretty far. The close damage radius is 150. Close damage per second is 45, so we're very close. And the fire damage per second is 15.
Okay, so
it can deal up to 1,811.25 damage when close.
And I think towards the end, he was taking close damage. He was standing pretty much right on top of it.
It looked like it.
So, not respecting the Tornado.
There you go. That's not a number session you get into very often, but it was relevant, so we're in there.
Very helpful.
Yeah, there's even a little muggle. I'm still hanging around there mid. So that kill did help things up a little bit, but Ember back to the jungle. He's got some stacks in here too to make his life good and easy. Shout out to the team, helping him out.
It'll be interesting to see what MINESKI do with this farm on Nico Baby, because he is still farming about 30% up on the anti-mage. A lot of last hits, 41 and 4 at 6 minutes. Double damage now picked up by March. They're going to come in onto the bristleback. Nico does have an Omni Slash here. Forev could be in trouble. Febio on the high ground trying to heal him up. They did kill the Potato, and now Boogie's going to fall. They just cannot handle the Bristle Warlock combo.
Yeah, Nico maybe didn't want to try and commit for the Omni Slash. He had the wand, but decided it wasn't worth it. And now they've stacked up the Ancients for him. He's got the wave under the tower. Forev, very dangerous this game as Gunnar will...
Was that a suicide? No. Oh, jeez. That's a Centaur standing.
That is the Centaur.
I think
you don't expect that to happen.
I think that's a blunder.
I think he might have pushed it to the limits a little bit there. He did that Warlock kill a little bit earlier. Speaking of
Flash, Forev, they'll find him.
March, go Chen too. He's being chased down by Huskar.
Might have found the jukes. TP again. We've seen this story. This time, March will live.
And 23 Savage will come to the mid lane to start farming up. His 1 point in the counterspell to start out with. And Gunnar goes to the safe lane. Not a great matchup for an Ember. We've seen this one before with the purification, of course, cutting through. But he's already level 6, so that's where the matchup isn't really an issue anymore.
DJ Nora just gives Omni that ability to bully other melee heroes so easily in those 1v1 scenarios. I'm worried for this Undying, though, Trent. This is a classic, well, when does Undying shine? In the early game, his early game has been ass. So how do you recover? I mean, this is when Undying
fights and drop a tombstone
is at his peak. I mean, position 5 Undying is one thing, Trent. This is like position 6.5.
Someone's going to buy the wards.
Yeah, usually it's your 5. I mean, I think Ninja Boogie is just going to be food for most of this game.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
I mean, I played a lot of 4v5 Dota in my day, Trent, and it's hard. It's an uphill battle. And speak of the devil, the Boogie, he's going to try to steal a little bit of strength. Nico Baby is here. The Tombstone comes down, and now the Raging Potato comes in. March, they will trade 1 for 1. Maybe even a little bit more here. Shrine on cooldown. Forev low on mana, but now trying to turn onto the Potato.
Yeah, the Tombstone's not really helping that much here.
No.
Still dies. He's out of mana for the TP, though.
Well, it's been a 2-for-1 trade so far, and the fact
TP out of this.
that he has pulled all these rotations and TPs out, I mean, not a great sign for this Radiant squad. They do still have that little bit of net worth advantage, somehow, some way. A lot of it coming from Nico Baby, actually.
When's this Huskar do stuff, guys?
Does he have an armlet yet?
No.
Well,
that's a pretty good item on Huskar.
That's usually the time.
That's a good time to start doing stuff. He's having a hard time just pressuring the tower because they're just catching the waves at the anti-mage, and then if he tries to pressure, he just blinks back. So 23 Savage has made the correct movement here, and swapping the Ember up to the top seems to have stemmed the bleeding a little bit, as Gunnar is quite low under his own tower, though.
It is kind of a cool read. Ember's still not really able to find a great lane, but at least Anti-Mage able to rotate in and out of the jungle. See him moving into the neutrals here, and then just pulls back into mid. So getting a lot of value out of this. Now Gunnar back in the fray. Fatal Bonds come out from Febby, but it looks like there won't be any follow-up there. Just a retreat on the side of MINESKI.
And I see Forev's a little busy, though, on the Bristleback, clearing up all of these stacks.
Oh, mama.
As the phase boots. Anything on the courier already for him? No, not quite. Just a little bit of gold, though.
Well, that puts Forev #1 on net worth now. Has actually surpassed the free farming juggernaut. Scales are tipping. And now a rotation down bottom. 10-minute rune. Looks like it will be 2 for the Dire. And up top should be 2 for the Radiant. An even spread as March once again just TP's out.
Yeah, he saw the writing on the wall there. It's like, oh, I do not want to get Omni slashed here. So force head on home. Pick up a couple items and start walking his way back out. Forev Invis rune, not too handy on his hero. And also under a Radiant Observer and Sentry combo.
So check this out, Trent.
Check it out. What am I checking?
The Warlock is going for a Midas because he's playing a 4-lock.
Makes sense on this hero. What else do you need, right? If you are planning on getting some gold, you just want levels and an eggs.
Forev walks into the Sentry Ward, and they will have the damage.
I thought that was the richest hero on the map a second ago.
Well, he was.
Well, that's a good kill to get then, if you are the min that's looking at the snowball right now. So,
yep, turns out Omni does a lot of damage at level 7 against Bristleback.
Denied.
Well, they weren't able to pressure the mid lane, but, you know, Ninja Boogie, the last time he was playing this Undying, he did the same thing. He just sat mid for like 10 minutes straight.
Radiant's courier.
Oh!
Got the recovery.
That was the armlet. They got the Radiant Courier.
Where was it?
I don't know. It had a tome and everything.
So it wasn't mid, I don't think.
I'm not sure what killed it, but it died.
All right, well, Potato goes down in the bottom. Forev, is he going to grab 2 here? Nico Baby on the run. And continues stacking up the goo. Does have a spin. Baby hanging on to it. Does have the Omni Slash. Savage with the pump fake. The Golem comes down. They should have the damage here. KP and Boogie as well. GA, Omni Slash. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Tombstone also comes down. Everyone's still alive. Savage starting to retreat. Now KP out of mana. It's Forev, the last surviving man.
Oh, the call in now, bringing Gunner with the Chen.
Yeah, TP out from Nico. He says, gang, there is no salvaging this. They finally bring down the Boogie. They get KP. It's a big rotation, but the Dire clean it up.
Jeez, what a time to take a fight when this Huskar just didn't really have anything he could do. Waiting for that armlet.
Well, he doesn't.
I'm not sure. It might have just been the recipe.
I think it was just the recipe. I don't think he has the gloves.
Yeah, so that's the point at which you just sell the recipe and you sack the half value.
Yeah, you just
but if you had the other ingredients, which it looks like he doesn't.
Yeah, so we'll see. Mid lane, though, big commitment. Moon maybe in too far. Gunner actually starting to do some decent damage, but they will catch the Bristleback. Can't quite finish off the Huskar, but now March joining the party. Creeps on their way in.
That bonus damage on the slates.
Not getting too much here as the Radiant continue to sustain. Now the pressure onto the Tier 1 tower. Looks like she's going down.
Dire's middle tower
Timber
has fallen.
Trinity Savage will push the wave in up top, though, so gonna need someone to respond here
Top tower.
as Rage Potato and Nico Baby will start getting there.
Yeah. Of course, Anti-Mage not at the Battle Fury yet, but making a lot of progress. And you compare that to the Jug, he's just going for the Maelstrom now after Drum and farming pretty close. Just needs a Javelin. So both carries going for farming tools.
Yeah, they're at a pretty scary spot right now, I think. That Radiant team, you know, if they start grouping up with this armlet, it's all about that next couple of team fights, right? If KB gets a Heavenly Grace there onto the Huskar and he's just jumping and diving and they pick off this Bristleback right away so there's not a frontliner for Gunner and Savage to dance around, it'll be hard. But they also have to play around this timing of the ultimate a lot from Febby, who's, speaking of timing, needs to find some camp for his Midas. My goodness, he's so sad right now.
But Febster, dude, he's rolling, though. This is a happy Febby. 14 minutes, you got a Midas on Warlock, you're level 8. I think you're feeling pretty good.
Gotta find those big XP bounties, though, you know?
Straight for the Aghanims.
Oh, look at March. March is gone for the plays, my dudes.
Uh-oh, what is it? The little babies.
He's got a little sack of potatoes.
Look at this. He's got the cloak aura.
He's currently running around with 46% magic resistance.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
His little potato horde.
Well, that's adorable. And look, he's got an alpha wolf. He's got a leader of the pack.
It makes it so they hit a little harder. He lost his wolf, though. Come on, man.
Not the best.
Oh, it's okay. He wants a satyr. He's just full on stacking the magic resistance.
So now he's got a centaur courser to go with his potatoes.
That's the main course. They're the side dish.
Ah.
Makes sense.
March, a man for the lore.
15-minute bounties. Dire going to secure 2 in the bottom, and it looks like Radiant should get both up top. Oh, I say that.
Coming in.
He takes it. That'll make it 3 for 1.
He yaks it and puts a lot of pressure onto Forev. Febby nearby does drop the heals. There is a golem. Is the rock going to fly? It might be able to get a kill on the Huskars. Now Gunner jumps in. Moon will go down first, but the Shadow Shaman's here. All heal from Chen. Ninja Boogie falls now. It's a quick 2 for 0, but Gunner getting low. GA with the Omni Slash. They get the potato. Gunner somehow still alive on the run. Sleight of Fist does get the reset, but KP is there for the kill. Still a 3 for 1. MINESKI up against the ropes. KP trying to find a space to escape, and TP, he's got it. No mana void.
Yeah, good read on that there. Everything had already been used. But you're the lineup that's supposed to be winning right now. Trying to push the envelope perhaps a little bit here on the side of MINESKI, and then losing a fight like that. Gonna set you back a little bit. Didn't have your full, I guess,
well, he's got the armlet of Mordigian. Will it be enough? It's the weapon of choice among brutes.
You know, I've never tried to pronounce that name in a cast.
Mordigian?
I thought it was Mordigan when I started playing, but I also don't really play a lot of armlet heroes.
I used to say Assault Kurios, and then I learned it was just Assault Kuros. Same with Halberd. We used to say Halbred.
Yeah, but that's...
Slacks infected us.
You were just wrong, though. It's a word.
Well, I know.
Ninja Boogie. He's in the wrong spot.
And he's going to live. He's got some backup.
He is going to live. You're right. Wow, look at you.
A little close, though. Oh, Forev under a sentry. We saw this last time. They're baiting it.
I mean, what's the end goal, though?
Kill him.
Can they?
Maybe not, but
Pipe.
Still the goal.
He's going to have that Solar Crest here soon, too.
He sure is.
Not the absolute best allies. Well, speaking of which, now that is a Solar Crest hero. Put a Solar Crest on your Huskar.
Ooh.
Gunner running at Moon right now. And Omni's on his way just to ensure this doesn't get messy. I mean, Gunner's doing his usual thing, right? You watch a JINESBRUS game, what does he do? He just hits some waves and he runs away.
Huskar uses his ult,
But
and
they're going to snake this top tower. Bimbo is just headstrong, running ahead of the squad. Someone called him back. He's like, can you relax for a minute? I don't want you to die. They actually want to save mid. So they're just going to get driven back from top. There were 5 heroes up top. What just happened? Why'd we leave? All right, they want Roche instead.
I don't even know if they were driven back. I think
Someone
they just
made the call.
walked back on their own accord, but that's what they'll use the snakes for, the big Roche.
That's a good call, though. I think they saw that they could just take this.
I think it's going to work out.
Yeah, there's no Golem.
Roche at half HP. Golem is up in 20. Forev wandering over. He sees the Undying, and Roche is down.
Credit to whoever decided to go do that. Look what they just got instead.
A free kill on Forev, as well as an Aegis.
That was amazing. Because they probably would have had that top tower if they just 5-man. But Forev would have got pressure on the tier 1 mid, and Febby was also pushing in bottom. They said, why are we even thinking about trading anything right now when we can just accept that we got a couple waves to ourselves and know that we're guaranteed to get Roche to the end of Golem. There's no way they can fight without Golem there. Great stuff, MINESKI.
Halberd coming out on the Huskar.
Now, how many halberds will he buy? 1, 2, 3.
Hopefully the Singleton.
The last time we had the Huskar, that was the build. That was fun. All the halberd.
Is it actually good?
It was then. It was a value build. It was like 3 halberds.
Oh, I see. That was like akin to when Meepo used to just buy 5 Dragon Lances.
Yeah, one of those. It was good.
The value is just too much.
Now Satanic's just way too good, so you just got to make your way there. Because that item is fantastic.
Yeah, it really is. The current state of status resistance.
I'm slowly getting more and more okay with status resistance.
What, you didn't
I'm
like
glad it's very limited. I don't like it at first because it's, it just ruins the feel of some stuff in Dota.
Well, yeah, when it was part of, like, built into every hero.
Yeah, that was a problem.
That's where I think it messes with you, but
yeah, there's not that many now. It's okay.
it's like XP talents.
I like to think of it as a worse dispel. Just pretend. But that's not true. It's not always worse.
KP pops the GA. They're thinking about a turn. Fight up on the high ground as they commit in onto March. Looks like he'll survive. Radiant
She's there,
sustaining.
just not moving.
Omni Slash just trying to pull this Jug into no man's land. March forced to pop the all heal. Will live. All right.
Maybe thinking about dropping the ulti there. He was in there pretty deep.
They all live.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And they're going to keep hitting this tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Pressuring with the Aegis. Whoa, Bimbo.
He jumps in. Golem comes down. Moon rather low. Remember, has the Aegis here. MINESKI want to commit for this, and now Forev in the front lines. Can't finish off Moon. Everyone's still alive.
Gunner's coming back.
Dire's middle tower is under
Oh, Moon's a madman. That's the Aegis.
They were forced to Heavenly Grace the Omni, so that might just pull them back a little. Don't want to keep on diving. But they still get the tower, and it cost them the Aegis, but well worth it there. As again, they jump onto this Huskar.
Gunnar. Be okay, thanks to the Glimmer Cape. And high ground we go. No wards, but KP still taunting. He sounded the alert.
57% status resistance.
Team, we're going. They jump in onto Forev. Another Glimmer Cape. Glyph comes out. MINESKI knowing their power right now. Only up by 1K net worth.
Oh,
but
the
now
bonds.
the Fatal Bonds connect on all 5. They need to be a little bit careful.
It's okay.
2 of them have been dispelled, but Boogie goes down. They get Bimbo. Now on the backside, it's Nico that falls. Moon in trouble, and they have overcommitted.
Oh.
That's a full 5-man wipe and an ultra kill for Gunner. You know what time it is.
You know what's cooking. That was the boom, I believe. Well,
middle tower is under attack.
wow. Huskar did 9,485 damage. Too bad Ember did 5,300. The Warlock did 3,700.
Too bad the rest of his team didn't do anything.
Man, you guys all suck.
Radiant structures.
I guess they had used a lot of it in the fight before, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, recap only giving us a partial image.
I mean, the high ground defense is pretty brutal. If you can pick apart the Shadow Shaman like that, because the Shadow Shaman in the back line, look, he maxed the Hex. This guy is 2-4-2 on Shadow Shaman, which is a little unusual. But when you think about how they have to defend by either hopping to the back lines with a Ember or an Anti-Mage like that, if he's alive, that Hex will be enough to just get a kill, right? Because the Huskar can kill them during that time period.
Boogie boogie, ninja boogie.
He's boogieing on back to
He's
the high
actually going to
ground.
live. I thought he was dead for sure, but instead, Bimbo will tank the gank for him. I guess that's better.
No, it's not.
No.
It's really not.
Better for TJMM. That's a Manta style on the AM.
So should they have just backed that after they took that tier 2? Do you think they might have rushed that one a little bit without the Aegis?
I think it was more lack of wards. If they had saved the Rasta wards, I think that play makes a little more sense. But you don't have Aegis or your cooldowns, no GA, no Omni. What are we doing up there?
And dispelling the fatal bonds is very good, but when it hits all 5 and just one slight gets off, that is a stupid amount of amplification.
And you'll notice the 2 people that died first were the ones that couldn't dispel the bonds. They can only dispel the bonds off so many people. Jug used spin, Omni, I think
he graced the Huskar, yeah.
So there were still 3 in the back line that just got obliterated.
If Huskar has his jump, he can dispel himself, but...
I don't think he had it. He either had it or didn't use it.
No, he didn't. He got Heavenly Grace for sure.
Yeah. So overall, they do have ways to deal with the Fatal Bond, but yeah, 5 heroes is brutal. And now, of course, a massive lead for JINESBRUS. Look at that graph, man. That is a slip and slide I would not ride.
Looks pretty fun.
Yep.
The problem here is that now how do you ever kill Gunnar? Like, if he just wants to run at creep waves right now, how does he die? Before this Shadow Shaman has Blink, for example.
Well, he's going to get a BKB also.
It's pretty scary, but...
Yeah, I don't think they've got a great solution.
How does this keep happening, these Ember games, that he gets first phase and there's just no way to kill him?
Well, we've been over this. The hero's busted.
That's partially it.
That's definitely a
That's a factor.
Big factor. Because he has more mobility than any other hero and also has a boatload of damage, adaptable item builds, different lane setups.
That's all sounded pretty good. You're really selling me on this.
He's
Ember.
one of the most versatile core heroes in the game right now. That's relevant.
It's under attack.
Yeah.
Like, especially the way Secret play him, very, very versatile.
It's hard to really find one better.
I mean, he's like a flex pick.
But he still goes to the same
double
lanes.
it. Yeah.
All right, there was the Hex, though. He's got the Aether Lens. He got the cast range.
Oh, he's fine. So yeah, how many other cores could do that?
Not many.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Almost baiting the bounty rune there.
Runes, looks like 3 for TJ.
Febby is just about to finish the items. In fact, he's got it now.
Hey, the Febster.
Now, does he just go straight Refresher? Is there anything else that you really need?
I like Glimmer Cape a lot on Warlock in a lot of situations, but here I don't know if he
crash
needs it.
again. It's always Forev. They gave him the shit PC.
Get that man a new hard drive.
Yeah, come on, help him out. Sure. Oh, that's nice. Thanks, admin. Or is it like, sure? I'm sure.
Somehow still alive on the run. Sleight of Fist does get the reset, but KP is there for the kill. Still a 3-for-1. MINESKI up against. So overall, they do have ways to deal with the Fatal Bond, but yeah, 5 heroes. All for Gunnar. You know what time. Only up by 1K net worth, but now the Fatal Bond.
They were forced to Heavenly Grace the Omni, so that might just pull them back a little. Don't want to keep on diving, but they still get the tower, and it cost them the Aegis, but well worth it there. As again, they jump onto this Huskar.
Gunnar. Be okay, thanks to the Glimmer Cape. And high ground we go. No wards, but KP still taunting. He sounded the alert.
57% sash resistance.
Team, we're going. They jump in onto Forev. Another Glimmer Cape. Glyph comes out. MINESKI knowing their power right now, only up by 1K net worth.
Oh,
but now the Fatal Bonds connect on all 5. They need to be a little bit careful.
It's okay.
2 of them have been dispelled, but Boogie goes down. They get Bimbo. Now on the backside, it's Nico that falls. Moon in trouble, and they have overcommitted.
Oh.
That's a full 5-man wipe and an ultra kill for Gunner.
Are you even trying?
It's like a regular human being.
That's weird.
I think LD has realized that selling sponsorships is way easier during business hours. I guess unless you're selling ads to China, but
I saw during that bot TI, they were the caster stack. That's what they were named. Like it was like Draskell bot and LD bot and God's bot. And the chat, I saw them throwing out the love for LD.
no.
Yeah, everyone, the Bible thumps, miss LD.
Everybody misses LD, dude.
True.
He's one of the greatest English casters of our time.
Of all time.
Of our time.
No, of all time.
Of all time.
I upgraded it. I wasn't.
You think LD's up there with Bruce Buffer? I don't know, dude.
What is he? 7% sash resistance.
Team, we're going. They jump in onto Forev. Another Glimmer Cape. Glyph comes out. MINESKI knowing their power right now, only up by 1K net worth.
Oh,
but now the Fatal Bonds connect on all 5. They need to be a little bit careful.
It's okay.
2 of them have been dispelled, but Boogie goes down. They get Bimbo. Now on the backside, it's Nico that falls. Moon in trouble, and they have overcommitted.
Oh.
That's a
Valve's price range. Come on, nothing's out of Valve's price range.
no, but some people are.
Oh, on camera. Okay.
All right, well,
sure.
It's a pause.
That's
We're
3 or 4 minutes.
gonna kick it
We're
back.
gonna magic play. Here, let me. There, that buttoned us in.
Good.
Hi guys. You're
Good.
welcome.
Yeah, hopefully Forev can get back in your 10K net worth lead for JINESBRUS.
They want to look at our ugly mugs.
So you're using the 90s mug. I got the BTS mug.
Yeah.
I'm going with the new age.
Both of us just thinking of happier times.
Where did the Zyori TV mug I left behind end up?
It's not a mug. It's a champagne.
Oh,
glass.
the wine glass. Well, I did have a coffee
It's around.
cups,
I've seen it.
but
It's here somewhere. They tried to throw it out, and I think Rob saved it.
oh yeah, it might be at Rob's apartment now.
No, it's here.
Oh, he kept it here.
It's somewhere.
Okay.
I know I saw it somewhere recently.
The iconic Zyori
lives.
TV etched
What were
wine
you
glass.
thinking?
It was a gift. I did not buy that. That was a Christmas gift.
Well, that's
5
nice.
years ago.
That's a thoughtful gift.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
Ah, that's nice.
It's cool. I don't think I meant to leave them behind. I think just when I was packing, I didn't think, oh, right, my wine glasses. Let me throw those in the box.
Now we have a technical pause, according to our overlay. That is correct. It is a technical pause. If you're tuning in and you're very confused, you're like, what's going on? Well, that's it.
Game 1, best of 5.
But yeah, best 5. It's 19-7 for the not Huskar team, which is really not good for the Huskar team. And as they attempt to go for their likely game-securing high ground push, the kind of high ground push that you need to get a tier 3 and a Rax to maybe feel like you're still in it,
Yep.
they all died.
There are just a couple of key stats you could throw out about this game. 106 anti-mage at 25 minutes. A little scary. Undying, 273 at 25 minutes.
I'll hit you with the scariest one. Huskar 2-3-1. That's not a Huskar game.
Yeah.
That's not a 10th pick Huskar game.
Yeah, he has not even been involved in half their kills. And they don't have many. A little scary. Undying, 273 at 25 minutes.
I'll hit you with the scariest one. Huskar 2-3-1. That's not a Huskar game.
Yeah.
That's not a 10th pick Huskar game.
Yeah, he has not even been involved in half their kills. And they don't have many. I'm a little nervous for MINESKI in this one.
You should be.
I am just so off of Undying. I cannot remember the last time I saw a game where Undying was
here's the thing. There's some heroes that we bully a lot, I feel like, as casters and panelists.
Yes.
And Undying, I feel like we've been riding Undying for like a year.
But like I can't.
That's what I mean.
I can't remember the last time we saw an Undying and we're just like, I was really wrong. Undying was the pick. He just, even when he has a good game, it's still like if they win, it's not because it was the Undying. It's because their carry made some godlike play in the late game.
Yeah.
It's because Savage 1v5 the other team, not because Undying was fucking dying in the back.
Because usually we flame heroes, and eventually it gets proven wrong. You see the reason. Like the support mag. Support mag has been.
We were proven wrong on that one.
Yeah, that one's really good.
Support mag has turned up this tournament.
But the Undying, I have to agree. I think once Grant stopped playing at NADCL, that was it. That's when everyone should have known.
Yeah.
If Grant can't win with it, no one can.
I mean, Grant started at Dota Pit. Grant was the one that was going in.
I know.
He was
hates Undying.
mad about Undying.
Yeah.
Well, he loves Undying. That's why he's so mad about it.
He's getting nerfed so hard.
Right. Seeing
Well,
one
he
of your
only
favorite
plays
heroes
Undying and
crippled.
Ogre, so.
The two big boys.
Yeah, that's. It used to be the Grant Spirit Breaker, the Grant Clockwork.
Yeah.
He advanced a lot of metas.
Yeah, the Clockwork. I remember that from the Twitch Rivals 1v1. He kept selecting Clockwork for the matchups.
Oh, really?
They were very boring. I went back and watched the VODs. It was just a lot of... I mean, what is Clockwork on Clockwork? You're both battery assaulting each other.
With the car.
Yeah, exactly. It's the stupidest 1v1 matchup ever. You can't really power shot or use the ultimate because there's creeps all. Like, you're just... It's melee on melee.
Pretty
like,
boring.
It's the worst.
Well, 3 to 4 minutes has really expanded here. I don't know what happened to Frev's PC. I think it might have fallen out a window or something here.
Oh. I wonder
Alright,
how long
let's
they
see.
can pause for.
Well, we can tell how long it's been because he's done 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. Oh, wait, those are ally. He's done 1, 2, 3, 4 all chat voice lines. Right? So
Okay.
that's, his timer. That's how they're keeping track of the pause.
Well, I know something we can check up on.
That PC has SSD? Nope. I don't know. It's LAN Cafe. It resets. Takes time to load. He has to download Discord. And change Dota language from Chinese to English every crash. Wow. Either way,
Facebook, go follow this man.
I hit
He's
the
a
button. You just
madman.
couldn't see it.
Okay, back to the game.
Well, we got a shield from Mineski too then.
Go follow Bimbo on Twitter.
No, KP Dota has a great Twitch stream. It's underappreciated.
Okay. You want to hit him with a link?
So Google, just KP Dota, but I think at Twitch.
Now that's KPII.
That's right.
Don't get confused. Support both teams, ladies and gentlemen. Cheer for good Dota.
That's what we're here for. All right, well, March's defensive army in the mid lane here. He has the triple Centaur Courser for the magic resistance, and then he also has the ice armor now, too, to help protect his team.
Ah.
Pretty smart. This Bristleback sitting
is.
at 26 armor at the moment.
The Ogre Frost Mage, one of the classics.
That's a great creep.
One of the derpiest creeps still in Dota, rivaled only by the Mud Golem.
He has a great walking animation, and he has quite the pot belly going on.
And he has like 17 chins.
He's
Like Jabba the Hutt style, dude.
It's like me first day of the beach, you know? Winter's over, the hibernation has just ended. That's what most Canadians look like.
That was a pretty harsh rip there, bud. But all right, wards come down. And look at that. Febby, he just pushes him back with the sound effects. He's playing the sound game.
Hey, they still got the tower, though. Weren't able to get to the 9, and he TP's out, so
Not bad.
kind of making plays.
It's just a tier 1.
Up top, there's an invisible ember burning KP.
10-second Black King Bar up on Gunnar. Glimmer into Vlad's for March. I wish there was a little difference between the cloak aura on the centaurs and the potatoes, just for the sake of variety. You know, I want
What, like
something-
2%?
Well, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense that creeps of a different. Oh, Gunnar died.
He had a 10-second BKB.
How the hell did that happen?
I guess his invis ran out, and he got hexed.
There's no sentry over here. Oh, there is a sentry up top.
Yeah, but
Middle tower.
Did he walk in range of that, mate?
I honestly thought he was just about to leave. My bad.
Well, me too. That was why I looked and said he's got a 10-second BKB. He's good.
Yeah, how could he die?
Well, either way,
He got Shadow Shamaned.
he did get Shadow Shaman.
Come in early on mission.
Oh, mid lane. Something going to break out, maybe. Moon jumps in onto Forev. Follow up Hex. The Warlock's still nearby. Veil Bonds. Golem still available. And this combo is nasty. We were talking about the CM Bristle and how much regen he gets in terms of mana. Having a Shadow Word at this stage is pretty good. Lets the Bristle just play God mode.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have a lot of trouble doing it anyway. Okay, they got him with facing forward, I think.
Yeah, looks like it. A lot of damage. Forev still sustaining, though. Gets knocked back. Down comes the Golem. Remember, that's the Aghanims. Disarm Forev, just trying to keep that back turned. GA comes out, does mitigate a little bit of damage. Buybacks on both sides. Shadow Shaman and the Bristle.
Ember's coming.
MINESKI sustaining for now, but they're still hanging around. Gunnar, ready to wrap around the side. Shaman and the gets popped. Fatal Bonds come out. Radiant need to be
hex the
careful.
Mage.
They do get the AM, but they're taking a lot of damage, and they could get cleaned up here. Raging Potato dies back. Moon still alive in the front lines. Bristle now charging in.
23 Savage backline.
Moon trying to do what he can, but he will finally fall. These Fatal Bonds stacking up, and the Radiant are done.
Oh, man, that last Fatal Bonds. Now, do they all buy back? They won't have Jug or Shaman, so they can't fight at the Roche Pit.
I think with those two unavailable, it can't be worth it.
They're just going to lose the Aegis.
Aegis cheese.
Yep.
Definitely worth the anti-mage death.
So anti-mage and
he had to
Bristle
buy
having to buy back.
All right, so it is about 1,000, 1,100 net worth swing in favor of MINESKI, but once you factor in Roche, probably a wash, and
Plus
overall
the time you're dead, not farming.
favors the Dire, absolutely. Because they're going to get more off this. This is going to be a tier 2. Do you consider high ground here?
Definitely.
The
30
Huskar's
seconds.
bought out. He had buyback, and he's bought items now. Oh no, Trent, this could be costly. Glyph still
I'd
down for
say
10
so.
seconds.
I think they're getting at least one melee racks, if not two. Probably just one. They might just want to play it safe. They don't have Golem or anything.
But still,
Forev doesn't like safe, apparently.
they've gotten so much out of this already. Mid lane of
Okay,
Barracks,
there you
tier 3. They force another Glyph, and they're going to get 4 bounties off this. They've already gotten 2, and down bottom, Febby will pick up the last 2.
Yeah, they take the safe way out, take the shrine very quickly.
I mean, talk about crippling damage.
Radiant's bottom shrine.
It's such a weird way to start a fight, too, where Frev's just running back and forth in the middle of the river, essentially trying to bait MINESKI into something, and then they find it, and then they nearly kill him 100-0, but creates this giant engagement with the 2 golems. It takes a long time to bring down the Bristleback the first time, and then he just re-enters the fight right away with the power of the Chen.
It's almost like MINESKI were their own worst enemies there, where it wasn't a bad fight at the start, and they did get the big kill on the anti-mage, but they had to commit so much for it that they couldn't reset. They couldn't get back out.
They're also just fighting into a team that's far ahead of them.
Well, that too.
That's a level 25 anyway.
I mean, before that fight, it was a manageable lead. Now it's
He has 442 last hits at 31 minutes, and he's been involved in 13 kills. And he's level 25.
Next highest is, what, 21, and that's the Ember.
That is insane.
Radiant are scanning.
That's like XP talent levels of XP.
Top shrine.
And now he does have the BKB.
Now he has 70% magic resistance.
Top shrine has fallen.
All right, tier 2 up top. Whoa, Hex on the Ember. Shackles again, interrupted. The Potato's down. BKB's popped. Dive past the tower. They're going in, and they find the Omni. Ninja Boogie off to the side, likely to fall. Moon not winning this battle against Forev. Tries to jump into the back line. Buyback now from Ninja Boogie, but Moon will go down. Huskar on the sideline for 75. GG, 29-10. JINESBRUS all day in game number 1.
Yeah, Huskar just not looking like the beast he once was. And a very good start to this game from JINESBRUS.
Does not seem like Ember is worth counterpicking in such a style in the mid. I mean, Gunnar got slowed down a little bit, but not really.
Even when you have the heroes that feel like you can pick him off, where he tries to do these lane cuts and everything, and then you do pick him off a couple times, right? He died with that 10-second BKB, and then it just feels like it doesn't matter. The Chen, too, I think leaving that in turns out to be a big mistake. Again, it just gives you so much power in the buyback game. Especially with someone like that Bristleback that takes all of your resources to kill, and you finally do it, and now everyone on your team is low, and he buys backs, and it gets recalled into the fight again.
Well, even at the very beginning of the game, we saw Bristleback doing very well with the lane skipping, pressured Undying. He dies, trades with Undying once, Chen pulls him right back in.
And how did they get to this point? I want you to scroll over to that right-hand side again, because this looks exactly like the last game. Keep going. There it is. Oh, can I see the camp stacked here? 6 each. That is so much extra gold for this anti-mage, this Ember, and the Bristle. They have 3 heroes that could abuse the stacks at different points in this game.
Yeah, you're totally right. Well, okay. Game number 1, all done. JINESBRUS 2 wins away. from going to TI. MINESKI, they need 3.
Scoring their first win against them in the playoff stage after getting 2-0'd. So
an interesting series already. Boys and girls, we're going to take a break. Come on back because this best-of-5 finals is just getting started. We'll see you soon.